going to the Big Apple BBQ, which is a gathering of all barbecue places from around the country coming to Manhattan for our own food entertainment. It doesn't open until 11, and right now it's 10:53, so we have some time to wait until everything opens up before I can eat lunch. And I've been waiting for this for a while. So I guess we'll just wait until everything opens up to have some food. Trying to find a place to set up camp while I go walk around and make a fool of myself. Rachel and the baby will just sit and be happy and calm while I just act like a weirdo. I think that means that the barbecue's open and it's time to eat. It's 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. Means it's time to eat. Eat. Apples and bananas. I got the first bite of the day, which is some nice ribs and beans. I'm gonna try it. That's good beans. Oh, it just falls off. That was good and tasty. My hands are a mess now, but I'm still hungry. Time for more. So I want to talk about Microsoft acquiring GitHub. And I think the most important thing to be aware about in this whole change is that it was surprising. I don't think anyone ever, and that's the thing I want to focus on, is that it was just surprising to see GitHub be acquired by any company to begin with, and even have that company be Microsoft as a start. And that's what I think is most shocking about this entire thing, is that I think many developers for a long time just expected GitHub to just always be independent, just by itself, this, almost selfless entity that would never do any wrong to harm your identity on GitHub. And it's shocking to see that at the end of the day, GitHub is a business, and a business has to make money. Which isn't to say that GitHub wasn't making money, except that it was a VC-backed business. I don't know if you remember, it did raise money, and when VCs invest money into a company, they typically want to get their money back out. So I imagine this is how the VCs get their money back, because when you sell for $7.5 billion, you get a lot of money back. But aside from just being surprising that GitHub is now actually not an independent company, it's actually owned by someone else, let's talk about Microsoft being the buyer. And that has been interesting to see people's reactions to that, because there's a lot of polarizing opinions about Microsoft just as a company itself, but also as an acquirer. And it's really too early to make any judgment calls, because Microsoft, yes, was evil in the past and it got sued by the government and lost, but in the past 10 years, Microsoft has been amazing for the open source community. With VS Code, which I use every day and love as my editor, having Xamarin, which is a huge framework for making applications open source, .NET open source, and that's just, you gotta actions speak louder than words, and the actions Microsoft has been doing for the past couple of years have been pretty loud and pretty positive. So I think you gotta really give Microsoft the benefit of the doubt there. Speaking of Xamarin, the CEO of Xamarin, which sold to Microsoft, is going to become the CEO of GitHub, and if don't really know much about Xamarin, but by all accounts, it seems like he's done a good job of having the company be incorporated into Microsoft and still be something that developers actually want to use. Can you still hear me? That's also one of the reasons why GitHub sold, because they were looking for a new CEO to take GitHub from where it currently was to the next level. Oh, that was scary. There's not many CEOs that have been in charge of companies that oversee a lot of open source work, a lot of developers. I mean, yeah, the tech industry is growing, but still, the type of position that GitHub was looking for, there's not that many people that you can actually find for that. So the fact that they found that in this person, Nat Fieldman, I think is his name, he has a great blog post about introducing himself to the community of GitHub users. He did an AMA on Reddit. He's really trying to, you know, put action to power and actually show that he does mean to win back the confidence and trust of the GitHub community, because I'm a GitHub user and I know that we are a fickle sort, so we're distrustful by default. So the fact that he's aware of this and trying to win back the trust there is always a good sign. So it's just too early to know what this means that Microsoft is buying GitHub. It still has to go through a lot of lawyers, a lot of paperwork before it can actually happen. But until then, it's kind of wait and see. And you know, if they betray the GitHub community's trust, then the GitHub community will disband, because that's just what, there's nothing keeping them there. There's no, you're not being employed by GitHub to actually stay on GitHub. You're there because you enjoy it. It's kind of the big idea that I have about GitHub and Microsoft. It's too much to see. I think really what people are experiencing mostly is just surprise that it happened to begin with. And that's fair. You know, change is scary, and that happens. So that kind of wraps up this episode. It's a special episode from my channel. Maybe I'll try to do more of these later. Hope you enjoyed the little barbecue in the middle of everything. It's raining. This is about to slip again. So I will catch you again later when I make another video. And let me know what you think about this video down below in the comments. I'm always curious to hear. I'm trying to make things exciting for myself, exciting for you. Entertaining, you know, entertainment. This is what it is about. My battery's gonna die at any second, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I'll catch you on GitHub, because it's still around, it's not going away anywhere, and I'm not going away anywhere either. So I'll catch you again later. Bye-bye.